Wabarakatuh, 7.9 FM. You're joined today with your brother Tarek, good brother Islam, and our special guest here today. I was meant to bring him in later on, but I've brought him in here right now. Can you please state your name?
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Aamir.
Aamir?
Yeah.
Aamir?
Ibrahim,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, to start off with today, so Haj Radio, firstly, thank you very much to Haj Radio for allowing me to come onto the show. And they actually gave me a task to find someone motivational and inspirational and someone special to interview on the show today. They chased me up a few times, but I didn't know how to tell them that I was going to be choosing myself. I am the guest today.
That's what you need, innit? You see yourself.
But yeah, but I've got you in today. I was actually bring you in on the last end of the show, but I thought you come in from now and you can give me a hand.
Yeah.
Guys, and to everyone listening, today I want to share my story, and how many of us could be going through negatives, and how with effort, with positive thinking, and with the mercy of Allah, we can change those negatives into positives. Growing up, I always knew I was going to fail. That's literally what I believed.
Yeah.
Many young people, they have big aspirations, growing up. They feel like they're going to grow up to be something. They're going to grow up to be someone. But me growing up, as a teenager, as a kid, I genuinely felt like I'm going to grow up to fail. Okay? And that mindset, affected the, a large part of my life.
Yeah.
All the way from 10 years old to maybe 25 years old. It left me in a total rut.
Yeah.
Because of all this negative thinking, because of all this negative energy.
But what made you have this negative energy in the first place? Like, what?
It's, I would say, it was a number of things, okay? But I think it really built up on me, in my early teenage days.
Okay.
In my early teenage days, once you start listening to negative music, once you just start looking at the stuff around in the area where we was growing up, there wasn't a lot of role models.
Okay.
And the role models we did have were living a negative lifestyle. Okay?
Yeah.
Also the music I was listening to. In the music, the movies I'm listening to, is showing that, and he was telling me that, and what I was taking from it was that it's hard to make it.
Like
okay? I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
You're not going to make it because you're a first generation Bangladeshi that's come here. Okay. And really and truly, no matter how hard you work, you're not going to really amount to anything.
Yeah.
That's literally what I believed. And because of that mentality, for years and years on end, I was living the wrong way, involved in a complete wrong lifestyle. I had self-doubt. I was unconfident. So many problems I had within myself. Okay? And as I grew into my teenage years, you start hiding that by showing some sense of masculinity, by trying to be a bad boy, trying to be a gangster. Do you get it?
Yeah.
All of this stuff. You start try hiding it. But really and truly inside me, within me, I wasn't at peace with myself.
Yeah.
And I wasn't happy the way I was living. Okay?
Yeah.
So it was a very, very difficult part of my life, especially the early years.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you said you're from Bangladesh. When did you move into Leicester?
Okay, so I was actually born in a tin house.
Okay.
Yeah, literally. So I was born in a tin house, and I came to England maybe in 1994, late 1994.
Okay.
The earliest memory I have is actually I went to school and I was fighting with like 4 girls. I don't know why. Literally, that's the earliest memory I have. I was fighting with 4 girls. That's all I remember. And then I was standing, but that time, remember, I don't speak English properly. Okay, so I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what the fight was about. Okay. And all I remember is I'm standing the teacher told me to stand next to the wall. Okay, and then my mum was walking past. And mum was like, "What's going on here?" In school days, especially, we're going to a school that you live local to, and many of the times your parents Just could be walking past and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the earliest memory I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, so so up until about 25, you know, living a complete wrong lifestyle. And again, I would say most of the stuff I put myself into it. But at that time, I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
At that time, I believed the system is against me, the dunya is against me. You know.
So did you have like a bad like childhood, like in schools wise, like how was?
You know, in school, primary school and stuff, in terms of studies, weirdly, when I used to put my mind to it, I used to be fine.
Okay.
But especially when I got back into like secondary school,
Yeah.
you know, and that's when it really started. You know, from I think year 8. When I was in year 8, I went to like a Darul Uloom, and I got kicked out of Darul Uloom, and I came back, and it was a downhill from there, downhill.
Okay.
You know, and then from there I was out of school till about year 10. When I got back into year 10, I didn't focus too well, and from there it just went on. You know, once you start doing one thing wrong, you attract that sort of energy. Okay?
Yeah.
If you start living a certain way, if you start being a certain way, if you start thinking a certain way, and if you think a certain way, you attract that kind of same people.
Okay.
Same as if you be positive, if you're doing good, if you're trying hard.
Yeah.
Same way, you'll attract that positive energy.
Yeah.
Okay? So, for a long while, you know, as you can imagine, from like year 9, like, so let's say from when I was kicked out, from maybe from year 8 all the way till about college, you know, I was living a negative lifestyle. I won't go too much deep into it.
Okay.
For some of you, it may be a bit of a shocker, but end of the day, you know, we all learn from our mistakes, and it's all about growing. And one of the main reasons I chose myself today to share my story, because I believe that I actually have a message to share with others who could be currently going through the situation I went through.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Or maybe someone can benefit in some way. Yeah. Because one of the ways how I managed to change my life is actually by watching a video from a YouTube channel called Roadside to Islam. I don't know if you've heard of it before.
Nah, I'm not.
Roadside to Islam. No. It was, I don't know what it was. It wasn't a particular special video, but it must have been a special video because it actually, you know, hit home with me. Okay. But I'll get more into that. Okay. So, so what the situation is, you know, I think after first year college, unfortunately, you know, I got myself into a situation and I went into prison. Okay? I was in prison for about a year. I came back out. Now, like I said, a negative mindset, a negative company, bad company, always. Yeah. If you keep a negative mindset, okay, you're thinking negative, you're thinking bad, you're gonna attract that same thing. So my first time in prison, unfortunately, it didn't do me any well because I myself had the negative mindset. Yeah. And when I'm in there now, I'm networking with other people with the same mindset. Okay. Yeah. And we're talking about the same things. So at one point, I remember, you know, when I came out of prison, I actually said to myself that, you know what, I've messed up now. So remember, this is still continuing. Yeah. No, you know how from before, where I said I'm a failure. Yeah. I'm still telling myself, listen, you've messed up more now. Now there's no way out for you. You've got a criminal record. You're in a deeper hole. Now the only way is you continue this lifestyle and you need to get, you know, become the best at it. Yeah. And I remember giving myself a target that, you know, I want to become the best in the bad stuff. Okay? Yeah. However, deep inside me, there's still something not right. But I was just masking it again with different distractions, whether it's chilling with friends, whether it's engaging in other bad stuff, whether it's buying things, whatever. I was trying to hide it all, okay? But I remember at one time, you know, and what is very important about the role models you take and who you hang about with. I remember one time I actually decided that, you know what, I'm going to go back to college. Okay. And I went into college. So remember, inside me, I always want to change. So I went back into college. I'm in my class now.
So
And
you
then,
went to college, were you age 18 or?
yeah, I was 18.
Oh.
I was 18 then. I think I was turning 19. So this is me. I've just come out of prison
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
So no, sorry, about 19. So I've come out of prison. I'm about 19.
Yeah.
I've got back into college. I've managed to write letters to the principal. A wonderful, amazing teacher called Mrs. Johnson.
Okay.
She actually absolutely had my back, and I should let her down. I'll tell you why. She actually fought for me to go back into the college. The principal was saying, Eddie Playfair, he was saying that, listen, you cannot come back into this college because you've just been to prison for selling drugs. Okay, you are not coming back to my college.
Yeah.
Okay? Mrs. Johnson, however, she fought. She fought and fought. And she said, nope, you're going to have to let Tarek back in. I've spoken to him and I feel like he's genuinely changed his life around. Okay? You're going to have to give him a chance.
Yeah.
And she got me that chance. What did I do with it?
You
Messed it up, you know, completely. One day I'm sitting in class now and I get a phone call from a guy, okay? And the guy's like, where are you? It's ready for you to pick up. I go, oh, yeah, well, I'm in college and I'll go later. He goes, what do you mean you'll go later? Decide. He goes, where are you? I go, I'm in college. He goes, well, decide. He goes, you can't be living this lifestyle and going to college. You decide. You either go college and pursue a good career, or you allow all this college and go get your stuff.
Yeah.
He wasn't forcing me. And that day I remember I walked out. Very, very bad decision. Very bad decision. I walked out to go pick up whatever I needed to. Okay? And from there, again, spiritually, in terms of morally, spiritually, it was a super downhill. And from there, I went further down. And since then, I went in and out of prison multiple times. I was completely lost. Okay? Again, I kept on telling myself, though, it's too late now.
Okay.
You can't change.
Yeah.
You've messed up. What are you going to do now? Do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
To the point, one day when I was about 25, it got to the point where I was reviewing my entire life. And I was thinking, what have I achieved in the last, 10 years? You know, since I was about 15 years old. What have I done in my life? And I realized I've achieved absolutely nothing. You know, I've been in and out of prison, living a negative life, ruining people's lives, all in the pretense of me trying to better myself, all in the pretense of me saying to myself, there's nothing else I can do. Do you get it?
Yeah.
There's no way out for me. You know, I was feeling hopeless. At that moment when I realized, then, you know, it was a bit of a journey. So what happens was one night, basically, I was sitting there, and I just came to all of a sudden realization. And like I said, I watched a video by Roadside to Islam.
Yeah.
Okay, where one brother was talking about how he was involved in the wrong lifestyle, but all of it didn't make sense. He doesn't know why he did all of that, because it wasn't all worth it. It wasn't even needed. Islam is simple. Life is simple.
Yeah.
All you're meant to do is that you try your best in life. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Try achieve much as possible, but don't get overwhelmed, over carried away about it. Don't get carried away with it. Do your best and live a normal, peaceful life as a good human being. And that's all you're meant to do. And whatever's meant to be will come to you.
Yeah.
Okay? And then I was thinking to myself, why have I done all of this? And then I thought to myself, what if I die right now? If I was to die right now, as the state I'm in, what would happen to me? And then, remember I went to madrasa and stuff as well. Yeah? So I have had an Islamic upbringing. It's in my conscience.
Yeah.
And it's telling me now, if you die right this moment, where are you going to be? Where are you going to end up?
Yeah.
Yeah? And at that moment, I actually tried to recite the kalima and I couldn't. And then voices in my head were telling me, listen, call your parents now, call your mum, call your dad. If you die right now, they can't help you. They can't recite the kalima for you.
Yeah.
They can't do anything for you. If you were to die right now, you will die right now like this.
Yeah.
Okay? And that just completely freaked me out. You know, that night I got up, I went to the bathroom, had a shower, and I turned up in Fajr. So when I turned up to Fajr, I think a lot of people are shocked, like, what the hell is this guy doing? This guy's wearing a full jubba, mosque hat, it's not even Ramadan.
Yeah.
do you get, I just turned up for Fajr, not even for Zuhr. So everyone's looking at me, but alhamdulillah, nobody, you know, a lot of the times we may feel like the people are not welcoming in the masjid. Alhamdulillah, I didn't feel unwelcomed. Do you get it? I was there, people did look at me, but they were just more curious. Maybe, just curious as in, how come I'm here at Fajr? with a jubba and everything.
They've seen you out and about.
Yeah.
Like they haven't really seen you in the mosque before.
Yeah, or hardly. You know, before you go, you go for Jummah and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you get it? But from then on, you know, I had a realization. I told myself, and I thought to myself, you know what? Why am I saying I've messed up my whole life? Why is it too late? Who said it's too late?
Yeah.
You know, who actually said it's too late for me to change my life around? And what do I want from life? Do you get it?
Yeah.
You know, and relating back to that video I watched, you're just saying that, listen, as long as you live your life, you know, worshipping Allah, doing what you're meant to do, you're living a good, perfect life. You're living the way Allah wants you to be.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. And everything else is extra. It doesn't matter. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So that's one aspect. Then with the mixture of, the Islamic teachings I've had from the past, okay? With a mixture of YouTube videos, motivational videos and stuff I watched from the likes of Tony Robbins and everything combined, that actually helped me start changing my mindset. Yeah. And ultimately what gave me that push to completely change my life and never look back. You know, even though I have made mistakes since, but
we're all humans.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But what was amazing and gave me hope, because remember, I was a guy here that lost hope. I lost faith. I didn't believe in myself. Yeah. I didn't believe I could do anything. I lost hope and faith. I don't know what to say. I was like, I didn't think it's possible, like, to sort yourself out. You know what I'm trying to say?
Your life.
Yeah, change your life around. Yeah. And I believe that, and I think I was going through depression as well. Okay. Yeah, going through depression, all sorts. Nobody knows this, by the way. Okay. From the outside,
they all think you're all...
People think I'm living the life. Yeah. And I used to have a saying, living the life. They get everybody to think you're living the life. Yeah. Yeah. But really and truly, behind the closed doors, I was not living the life. I was trying to look for escape. Yeah. All before this is all a build-up. Do you get it? Yeah. But yeah, what totally changed my life was Surah Duha. I listened to the meaning of Surah Wat Duha by Sheikh Tawfiq Chowdhury, Australian brother. And that just hit home for me. I was depressed. I was sad. I was feeling hopeless. I was feeling like I've messed up. There's no redemption for me. I can never make it out. The Surah Wat Duha changed it all for me. Okay? Yeah. Changed it all for me. And within Surah Ad-Duha, it actually, in the translation, which Sheikh Tawfiq Chowdhury, he talks about how Surah Ad-Duha has the medicine, has the antidote you need to heal yourself. Okay, and wallahi, that actually literally healed me. And from that day onwards, I changed my mindset. Instead of thinking nothing is possible, instead of thinking it's too late, instead of thinking, just anything. Yeah. Before anything was negative, anything good you think, no, it's not possible. No, do you get it?
You think all positive now.
Yeah. It completely changed to that anything is possible, okay? As long as you try your best, okay? And if it's meant to be, it will be, okay? It's actually hard to believe at the beginning. And it's still hard to believe right now. You know what I'm trying to say? Because as you progress, every
day is a different day.
Every day is a different day, and you have to keep, push yourself to progress and go to the next level, okay? So even today is, for many of us, hard to believe and hard to act upon it. But it makes a difference. You have to force yourself to think positive, to be positive, okay? And through that positive thinking, alhamdulillah, I managed to change my life completely, okay? From living a complete negative life, from getting other people involved, from living a total criminal lifestyle, from getting other people into crime, from helping other people getting into crime. I went from all of that to now, alhamdulillah, I'm a qualified youth worker, currently doing freelance youth work. Alhamdulillah, I'd like to say that I'm an active international voluntary charity worker. And in addition to that, I've founded GBS Business and Legal, where we help small and new business owners. And particularly, we even help young people start up their own business. So anybody within the community, start up business, help them with the forms, whatever they need. So I founded that as well. So yeah, and over the years since then, this was going back about 7, 8 years ago. And since then, alhamdulillah, I've managed to, as a part of a team, you know, we've worked with the likes of Princess Trust, we've worked with the likes of Highfield Centre. Highfield Centre, big shout out to them. They were massive role players that allowed me and gave me the opportunity to be where I am today. And again, big shout out to One Nation UK Charity as well. Again, them guys as well, alhamdulillah, you know, welcomed me with open arms. When there's a lot of stigma behind people who just change their ways, you know. And again, they gave me the opportunity to completely change my life. And many more people, many people, you know, the people out there themselves, the people in the community, all of you guys, wallahi, your support and your help has been amazing. And your encouragement has allowed me to continue trying to keep progressing, okay? And through that, alhamdulillah, like I said, as a part of a team, we've managed to help hundreds of young people get into work, get into
I've got
education. Yeah, go on.
Do you regret of your past of like selling drugs and that? Do you regret doing it? Because obviously from your past is made who you are right now.
If I could start again, and if I knew better, if I have the knowledge, I will never ever go near that. Okay? Do I regret doing what I did?
Yeah.
I am not proud of it and I'm not going to promote it. Okay? Yeah. I do regret the things I've done. However, I've come to peace with it. Okay? In order to move forward, you have to ultimately, whoever you've harmed and whoever you've caused a problem to, you know, whoever you've affected negatively, it's your responsibility to seek their forgiveness and make things better. That's one side of things. However, in order for you to totally move on to the next level, you have to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
You know, once you ask forgiveness from Allah, okay, then after that you have to forgive yourself and focus on the future.
Yeah.
Look at the bright side, okay? Yeah. You know, Allah is, and one of the things that ultimately helped me, there's so many things, you know. Ultimately though, if you say what one thing changed me and allowed me to change is, of course, 100% Islam.
Yeah.
You know, alhamdulillah, because of Islam, I managed to channel everything together. I managed to get hold of my life again. Because I knew no matter what happens, you know, as long as I'm worshipping Allah, I am exactly where Allah wants me to be. Yeah. I am exactly where I am meant to be. Do you get it? Yeah. So you can be living the best life. You don't have to be, you could be living the best life as a doctor, engineer, but Islamically, spiritually, you're not there and you're not connected, then you're still in a bad place. Yeah. Because ultimately what matters at the end of the day is all about how close you are to Allah. Yeah, and how connected you are spiritually. So knowing that, that gave me the strength to continue. And even then, you know, even after I changed my life, I had certain things catch up with me. I actually went back into prison after I changed my life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but alhamdulillah, since, you know, again, it's a few years ago anyway. But yeah, so since then, it's just all been positive. Now to focus on the positive side of things, one thing I learned was, and the message I had for people is that anything is possible. Yeah. Okay? Before, I would say to myself, it's not possible, it's not going to work. Oh, to start a business, you need £10,000. It's like a hood mentality. Yeah. Yeah. If you had 10 grand, you can do anything. Yeah. How much does this cost? 10 grand. Okay. How much is this business? Oh, bro, they got 10 grand. Okay. How much is this? You need money and you need this, that. Yeah. You know what, bro? Since I've challenged myself, since I've turned to Islam, and since I start training myself, listen to positive things, listen to motivational talks, okay, changing my, attending events, going to courses. Yeah. Since all of that has happened, my mentality has changed. I genuinely believe anything is possible by any one of us, any one of you. Yeah. It's possible. We can become and do anything we want, okay? As long as we're willing to put the effort in for it. We can't do it without effort. Yeah. Okay? So I'll give you a typical example, okay? I became a youth worker, how? Okay, I didn't have any qualifications. Yeah. Okay? I didn't have any experience. Okay? I didn't even know I wanted to be a youth worker. All it was one day I went to, when I changed my life, I told myself that, you know what, I'm going to do everything I can to help myself. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to start taking the necessary actions. So I approached Highfield Centre. And there was someone called Jay there. And she's been doing work within the community for many, many years. She's actually seen me grow up in my mode and everything. Do you get it? But she was surprised to see me. And again, she actually gave me an opportunity. She said, all right, listen, look, what do you want, Tarek? I go, listen, I don't know what I want. All I know is that that I just want to do something good in my life and maybe ideally get a job in doing something good.
Yeah.
She goes, look, at the moment, you don't have any experience, you don't have any qualifications, so we can't give you a job. Why don't you volunteer, okay, and help with the young people? I go, you know what, that's fine. Let's do it, okay? All right. So I volunteered at the youth workplace for about a year. 1 year, part-time I was volunteering, leading football sessions, just manning the play schemes and, whatever I can, however I can help, basically. Yeah. Okay? After 1 year, after 1 year volunteering, I had the opportunity to basically do a course, okay, in youth work, get qualified, which ultimately led me to a job. Yeah. While I was doing the volunteering work, okay, I used to work in a restaurant. The old Najib I used to work in.
Okay.
Yeah, when it was used to be next to the train station.
Yeah. Okay.
So I started working there.
Okay.
Like weekends or 4 or 5 days, in my spare time too, for extra bit of money. Yeah. Okay, and then in addition to that, one of my friends, you guys may know him, Majid Freeman, got me involved in doing charity work. Yeah. So that's how I managed to stay away from everything. That's how I managed to. It wasn't that, when I said I changed company, it wasn't that I believed my old friends were bad. It's more, I needed to move myself away. Number one, I myself am bad, and I just need to move myself away. So I'm not judging anybody. Yeah. The way I see it, first you have to point the finger at yourself and move yourself away from that negative situation, and then you can look at the external factors. Yeah. Do you get it? But alhamdulillah, I started volunteering at Centre. That allowed me to become a youth worker and start getting paid as a youth worker. I basically started working in Najib. So it all plays together. I'll tell you how now, okay? And how I got into opening a business and many other things. Yeah. So in one hand, I'm volunteering. So young people are seeing me. Remember, the young people growing up now, they're appreciating what I'm doing, okay? Then I'm working in Najib. Remember, working as a waiter from the lifestyle I was living is very humbling. Yeah? I didn't mind. I knew I wasn't embarrassed. At the end of the day, I'm earning halal money. However, the people who used to come in and see me working, they used to, I don't know what it was. They used to be so happy to see me. And they used to be encouraging me like, bro, what are you doing here? I can't believe you're here. And you're working here. How come? I go, listen, man, I'm done with everything. And alhamdulillah, I'm just trying to live a, halal life. And, just trying to do the right thing now. Do you get it? Yeah. Now, because people see me in that role working and stuff, in addition to that, they used to see me do charity work with One Nation and everything. Number one, all of these things, they gave me experience. They gave me qualifications. They gave me the reputation I needed. They gave me the confidence within the community I needed. This is how it all came together. Yeah. Okay? It all came together. And alhamdulillah, since then, like I said, I've managed to help hundreds of young people get into jobs, open businesses, etc. I've managed to go to Syria for charity missions, running projects in Bangladesh, alhamdulillah, opening my own business and, founding my own business and stuff, and still working now as a manager for that company, all from nothing. Yeah? And also the business I started was actually with you could call it zero. I started off with £150 with a computer. Okay? That's because I had the mindset that, listen, make do with what you have now. Okay? Yeah. A lot of the times we keep telling ourselves that, oh no, it's not possible. We need to get this and then this will happen. Okay? And the way I see it, no. Take action now. Make use of what you have now. Okay? Yeah. And whatever you need will come along. Yeah. And work, just work with it rather than waiting. Because if you wait for the perfect moment, if you wait for the perfect time, okay, it may never come. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. So for example, I remember seeing a meme on Instagram the other day, and it's showing Simpsons, okay, back in the 1970s. It looked an absolute mess. And on the meme it said, imagine Simpsons waited till they perfected themselves. Yeah? If they waited to perfect themselves, would you have ever become perfect? Okay? Because what makes perfect? Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
The only way you can keep progressing is you keep
Practicing.
trying, practicing, keep at it every single time.
Yeah.
And slowly it will get better and better.
Yeah.
And so my message to everyone out there is that, look, no matter what situation you're in, okay? Especially for your young brothers who are feeling hopeless, who feel like they've messed up. You've not messed up. You can change your life around. You have to be willing to put the effort in and be willing to change your mindset and progress slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah? If you do that 100%, you can change your life around. And let's say people who have just finished uni, who don't know what to do, start thinking about volunteering. You know, volunteer. So let's say, for example, if I wanted to become, okay, right now, I don't know anything about, let's say, I want to become a bricklayer. Let's say, yeah, I love bricklaying, I love building work, I want to become a bricklayer. Now, how can I become a bricklayer?
By going to businesses that are bricklaying and volunteer or become an apprentice.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know what? Even if they don't want to pay me, if I really, really want to learn the job, I can go to any building guy and say, listen, I'll work for you for free. Train me. Because the training is money. People go uni and pay money to get the degree.
Yeah.
This is the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you can become anyone you want. Okay? Of course, there are certain channels you have to follow, but you can genuinely become anyone you want with the right mindset, with the willing to put the hard work in, effort in, with the willing to volunteer, with the willing to study in your, educate yourself, part-time. You can literally become anyone and anything. Also, in terms of business, many of the times people think that, to start a business, you need lots of money. Yeah. You actually don't. Do you get it? Yeah. Depending on what business you want to start, and what's it depending? Yeah. So obviously, if you are thinking of, I want to become a multi-millionaire property developer, that's going to be unrealistic, isn't it? You're going to start with zero. Yeah. How about they start off with one property then? Start off by renting a property from someone and then re-renting it, sub-renting it. Okay. Yeah. For example. Yeah. Do you get it? Yeah, start off with one. You have to start from the bottom. Or even better, you don't have to start a business to be successful as well. I do rate people who have worked all their lives, have never been in trouble. I rate you guys because you guys have managed to survive all of that, survive all of these bullets. Yeah. A lot of the times we give big props to people who have lived the wrong way and turned back. Yeah. Okay? We can respect that. But I respect even more the people who stayed on the path from day one. Yeah. That's a whole level achievement itself. Yeah. Imagine never completely falling off. Imagine always trying your best to do the right thing. Yeah. Do you get it? Yeah. Do the standing up thing. Do you get it? Yeah. I think that's harder than falling off and
going back up.
Do you get it? Yeah. Obviously, both are different challenges. It is hard to get back up, but what I mean is I respect anyone and everyone who's trying to do something positive. Okay, and for people who alhamdulillah are working, who've got a best part of their life sorted out, what I advise you guys to do is pick something that you would be that you can leave a legacy behind. Do something that's bigger than life itself. So if you've got spare time, if you've got spare money, maybe look into setting up a project or a charity and leave your mark in the world. Okay? Yeah. Because I think one of the things is, at the end of the day, it's all about the legacy we leave behind and the du'as people make for us once we pass away. Okay? Yeah. If we can attain people's du'as, if we can attain Allah's mercy, then we have achieved success. Yeah. Okay? And again, guys, I keep repeating myself, anything is possible. And if any young people out there would like more help and information on how you can get help, you can actually message Haj Radio and they'll get you in touch with us. And also, moving to you, so Aamir here, who's joined me today and who's decided to help me out. Thank you very much, by the way, for coming in.
Sorry.
Because,
it'd be you talking by yourself in this room.
I know. You know what it is? Inside I'm actually panicking. Yeah. Yeah? But I felt like I had to talk about this today. Yeah. Okay? Because I feel like there could be many more young people or many more people who are stuck in a rut and who need to maybe, who maybe can benefit from my story. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. So Aamir, so even yourself, now, Aamir is one of the peoples that came through through our youth program at the Haifa Center.
Yeah.
Okay, Aamir, so before you started Haifa Center, what were you doing?
Before Hyper Center, I was volunteering for One Nation, which how I met you, Tarek.
Okay.
Through One Nation, obviously, and before One Nation, just school. But I was at home, but I wasn't like playing PS4, nothing. I was just on my phone, just sitting there, like depressed, like got nothing to do. But then I got into volunteering for One Nation. Volunteered for 5 years, with just helping out in the office.
How old are you now?
So I'm 18.
Okay, and when did you start volunteering for One Nation?
5 years ago, so I was 13. My math's a bit crap, but yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I started. And then
Okay, and what about when you? How old were you when you started doing the youth work stuff at Haifa Center?
So youth work, I started when I was 16. So
16,
2
yeah?
years ago. Yeah.
Okay, and so when you came in, I remember because we saw, the staff members saw that you were down to put the extra work in.
Yeah.
You were down to volunteer. You were down to help.
Yeah.
Okay, we gave you extra roles, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then what happened? We put you on a course.
Yes, I was in a first level 2. So before I started even before I volunteered for Haifa Center, obviously when I was doing my GCSEs, unfortunately I failed all my GCSEs, so I didn't get a single GCSE, which I thought, that's it, my life's gone, I can't, because I always thought negative. When I failed my GCSEs, I was negative. Like
Okay,
how you were.
this is before you started the center stuff
Yeah. So this is like how you were. You were always feeling negative.
Yeah.
I always felt negative. Like my whole family can see it. I was always a negative with everything. Like while I was doing my exams, I'm gonna fail. That's it. Obviously, I did fail, but then when I was still volunteering for One Nation, it brought my confidence up. And then when you brought me into the Highfield Center, I did the level 2 course for youth work, which got me maybe more positive, thinking more positive, because
and
I thought as well,
and you had the qualifications.
Yeah, I had qualifications because I thought I can't give up now because I got something that I can do, I can use to.
But then after that, you moved on to level 3.
Yeah. So
which is a level, which is higher than GCSEs.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did my level 3 with the Hybrid Center. Alhamdulillah, I got it. But with that, obviously, that's always with hard work, and because you can't become success without doing the hard work. I'm not success myself. I know I'm not, because I know I won't.
You are.
I'm not there where I want to be yet.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I think one of the ways to achieve success is that we have to have short-term goals.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and success never has an ending to it.
Yeah.
Okay, success is. I remember reading in one book, and he was just saying that a successful person is a person who is working towards where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now constantly we should be pushing ourselves to evolve and get better at what we do.
Yeah.
And give more.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So as long as we are pushing ourselves constantly to do better, however, academically, spiritually, whether it's giving back to the community, however, we are working towards success. Yeah. So again, remember the key thing: we need to stop being negative with ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
From now on, we need to tell us, all of you out there. Okay. Rather than saying it's not possible, or rather than saying you're not good enough, say I am good enough.
Yeah.
If I'm not good enough, I will become better.
Yeah.
Okay. All of you guys, say that to yourself. Yeah. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve, say I am good enough.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I'm not, I will be better. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Allah has made us to be the best of creation. And Allah wants the best for us. Okay?
Yeah.
And the more we ask from Allah, the more happy He gets.
Yeah.
And the more He will give.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if Allah has unlimited bounty, okay? Na'uzubillah, of course, Allah has unlimited bounty.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's not a matter of if. Yeah?
He has.
But I was trying to make a point here. Like, Allah has unlimited bounty.
Yeah.
Okay? Then in that case, then why are we limiting ourselves when we ask Him?
Yeah.
Okay? Of course, we should ask for the akhirah. We can ask for the dunya as well.
Yeah.
And we should all ask Allah to help and guide us. And especially in these blessed days. These 10 days are very blessed days.
Yeah.
They're better than the days of Ramadan. Okay? So these are amazing days for us to make sincere du'as. One of the reasons I believe that, like I said, in life, there's so many things that happens in our life. Everything's connected. It's like a big puzzle. One thing's happened here, but something that happened 5 years ago could teach you a lesson 5 years later. Do you get it? So I believe one of the reasons why Allah helped me get out my situation. I remember one day while I was living the wrong life, two of my friends, okay? Two of my friends, I don't know if I should name them, but two of my friends actually, I'll name them anyway, Well, two of my friends actually, the production teams that don't name people, but that's fine, so no naming then. So two of my friends actually took me into the masjid. They said, listen, they took me into the masjid and said, listen guys, let's go into the masjid today, it's a big night, okay, and let's go make dua and let's make zikr. I thought, you know what, I might as well go. And that night, when I was praying and making dua, I don't know, it felt special. But that night I asked Allah to guide me and asked Allah to help me. And you know when you make sincere dua. After that though, I went back to exactly how I was. However, we never know which dua Allah is going to accept from us. And we never know which good deed Allah will accept from us. But this is why.
We have to remember as well, like even what we've done in the past, or what we're doing right now in present, or in the future, always obviously make dua, because you never know, that dua could take you to Jannah. You never know.
Absolutely. And we don't know which dua Allah will accept. We don't know whose dua Allah will accept. That's why we have to keep asking everyone to make dua for us. That's why we have to keep helping people. Okay? And, when I started off, one of my key goals was to basically, one of the things I used to say is I want to work for Allah. Okay? Meaning I want to make a career out of helping people. And being useful to society, being useful to the dunya. Okay? And alhamdulillah, may Allah allow all of us to do that. But alhamdulillah, since then, like I mentioned earlier, if any young people out there that needs help, that needs advice, by all means, please feel free to contact myself. You can contact Haj Radio, and inshallah they'll get you in touch with me. Also, any parents that need help and advice as well, by all means, about the youngsters and about how you can help them potentially, by all means, again, get in touch with the Haj Radio, and inshallah, they will put you through to myself, and inshallah, we'll try help much as possible. And to everyone out there, if anybody is interested in volunteering, please pop down to, you can pop down to your local center, your community center. Obviously, it's COVID now, but they should be opening back soon.
I think they already opened with the volunteering now. I think they have.
I think many centers are opening. So one of the best places to be able to volunteer is your local community centers. But I would highly recommend places like One Nation. I'd highly recommend As-Salam Peace Center. Do you know what I mean? As-Salam Peace Center is one of the first places I actually went to volunteer to. I remember the Maulana there. In case I'm not allowed to say names, I remember the Maulana there actually organized a snow cleanup. Snow cleanup. So it was heavy snow in Thermiston, outside As-Salam Peace Center. And he organized a whole bunch of lads to go there and clean up the snow for the whole neighborhood community. And at that time, that area, they weren't too happy with the masjid there. And when we did that, I remember Maulana saying that it made a massive impact. It made the whole community smile. At the masjid and all the worshippers there. Okay? Again, look what can be attained by giving your time, by volunteering. Do you get it? We can sculpture our life. We can model our own life with the right efforts. Okay? With the right mindset, with the right effort, with the right, if we're willing to basically educate ourselves and everything. Do you get it? Self-educate. It doesn't have to be academic stuff. Do you get it? And people who are good academic stuff, great to you. Keep that up. Do you get it? And keep excelling. So like I said, a couple of great places to volunteer in. One Nation UK, where we can get involved in many local charity work and fundraising and stuff. It's very, very good. I know many people who have been involved and have benefited, and you're obviously benefiting people all over the world. As-Salam Peace Center, Haifa Center, you can pop down there as well. help the homeless as well. Yeah, you can actually get involved feeding people, giving out food.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities.
Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't just have to be charity places.
Yeah.
Imagine, okay, let's say for example, Aamir, let's say you were into basically, you're into, I don't know, you're into looking after animals and you're into farming. Okay? Even though you may have no experience.
Yeah.
What could you potentially do?
You can go to a farm or like a vetting place.
Yeah.
And just volunteer there.
And volunteer and ask to volunteer. And dig it.
Yeah.
A work experience, build experience up.
Yeah.
Even if you're not getting paid from it, you're getting knowledge from it. You're getting experience from it.
Yeah.
That is currency. That is money.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And you can use that
in the future.
Yeah. So my key message to everyone out there is have hope, have faith, believe in yourself. Anything is possible. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to put in the work. Okay. So for example, let's say if you feel like you've totally messed up, you've not finished your GCSEs, but you want to get into administration work.
Yeah.
No problem. Do you get it? You know, all you got to simply do is gain some experiences, maybe gain some basic qualifications, get some training on how to pass interviews, how to get a job. Again, like I said, there's many organizations that can help you with that. Just contact me and I'll put you through to them. Yeah. And then just like that, you can get the job you want, you can get the role you want, and you work yourself up. Yeah. Okay? Now remember, once you get a role, it's your responsibility. It's our own responsibility to help ourselves to get to the next level. Nobody's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If we want to learn, we have to push ourselves. If we want to excel, we have to put in the work ourselves.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to come and hold our hands and say, do this and do that.
Yeah.
Okay? So for example, if you're working already, you want to become the supervisor, okay? Then you're going to have to show the managers there that you're on point, you're on time, you're putting in extra effort.
Yeah.
Do you get it? For example, if you want to become a manager in a place, you're going to have to possibly go self-study how to manage people. You're going to have to, again, be on time. Your organizational skills are going to have to be super on point.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Yeah. If you want to learn a new skill, let's say, for example, you want to open a business being a graphic designer. Okay, what can you do, Aamir?
You can go to a graphic designer place business and contact them when you go volunteer or do work experience there.
Work experience. Yeah. You can even watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Watch YouTube, how to use Photoshop, how to do video editing.
There's amazing, obviously, websites as well, like Udemy, online teaching.
Udemy. Yeah. There's so many things. Nowadays, you can learn anything from YouTube itself. Yeah. I actually learned how to use Photoshop on YouTube. A secret. Right now, people who know me, they know, I actually used to have a severe stuttering problem. And I still, some of it still does reflect till today. Yeah. However, I used to have it severe. And how I battled that is by Googling it. After I Googled it, I started practicing all these words, letters and I started doing all these practices and stuff like that. And then alhamdulillah, it has helped me. Okay? Yeah. Same way you can overcome any barrier. Yeah? Any obstacle in life, okay? With a bit of effort, with the right help, with the right direction, and self-willingness to help yourself. Yeah. Okay? So another example I'd like to give from you, Aamir. You know, I've seen that you've been doing the One Nation TV.
Yeah, One Nation TV.
You've been hosting One Nation TV. How have you done that when you have no experience, no background in it?
I've literally YouTube everything, even like the equipment, everything, how to use it, cameras, OBS. I literally just YouTubed everything. Like I said, you can YouTube nowadays. You can YouTube for anything you want. Just YouTube. You learn loads of stuff from YouTube.
So how much stuff have you learned?
I learned quite a lot about mixers.
Are you running One Nation TV?
Yeah, I'm running it now, like full on.
Look at that. That is amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Okay? Yeah. Just by volunteering, he is leading One Nation TV. This experience now, he can use it for his benefit. Yeah. And inshallah, people can even hire you now. Yeah. Do you get it? Yeah. Anyway, guys, we've got 19 seconds or 18 seconds left of the show. The production team is giving me the signals, giving me the neck signs and everything. Chill out, guys. Calm down. We're going to go off air. But yeah, guys, assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khair. Inshallah, join us after Eid and Eid Mubarak to everyone. Aamir, say Eid Mubarak to everyone.
Eid Mubarak to everyone. It's in what? This is 20 years?
And guys, listen, if you need us, if you need any help and support,